The music news for the streets, the music news for your beats, the news for the music stuff that you gonna need. We gon' talk about plugins, we gon' talk about gear. If it's news on this music, we gon' talk about it here. Let's go. Welcome to the music news for the streets. I'm your anchorman, Sum. Hit the keys. And in today's newscast, we have all kinds of exciting stories from 5 freebies. Looks like Arturia just dropped a brand new plugin, and so did Serato. But our top story today comes from Native Instruments. It looks like Native Instruments has just added a new line to their session guitars called Electric Storm Deluxe. Let's take a look at it. So this right here is what the web page is going to look like. This just came out today. It is an 8-string metal guitar. I think the intro price to this is $120. Basically, it say the powerful low end of a frameless custom shop Panthera 8-string guitar. Craft relentless riffs and shredding solos with 270 playable patterns. Shape any tone with advanced amp and stop box emulations powered by our Guitar Rig 7. So as you look here, there's just a few more details about this I'll go through. It says power and precision. The Electric Storm Deluxe has been meticulously sampled from a premium electric model to preserve its earth-shattering lows and razor-sharp precision. 2 ways to play, so you can obviously play this single notes, or you can play the melodies, the grooves that they have built in. Authentic riffs and melodies, as you see here, and then you have build your own rig, so you have all the effects from Guitar Rig and all that other stuff. With 54 sound presets, pretty cool, so that you can set up all kinds of stuff. So let's go ahead and hop out of here. Let's hop back into FL Studio, check this thing out a little bit more. When you open it up, it is going to look like this. So one of the guitar sounds that I have sounds like this. So I basically use this in a sample beat. I'm gonna go ahead and play that sample beat so that you guys can hear what it sounds like in this. I mean, I use all kinds of different sounds, but the guitar that you're gonna hear is gonna be this new Electric Storm Deluxe. So this thing's not all the way mixed down, but let's go. All right, guys, so that's a little sample beat that I made. Let's go ahead and hop back into the library and check it out just a little bit more in depth. So boom, I've got this thing pulled up. What I'm gonna kind of do is I'm just gonna go through some of the sounds in the bank, some of the melodies, so you can hear some of the different guitars and hear what they sound like. Obviously, there's a bunch of effects and things underneath the hood that you can mess with. So as you see here, you've got different guitar settings. You've got your amps and your effects here that you can go through. You've got your playback that you can control here. And then you've got patterns and stuff that you could set up over here. We're not going to go through all that because it's going to be similar to the other session guitarist libraries and stuff like that. So I just want to play some of the presets so that you can hear what some of the presets sound like. That alternative lattice right here sounds fire to me.
I mean, as you guys can tell there is a bunch of fire guitars in this sample library from, you know, Contact. Session guitarists, they always make good libraries for these though. So if it's something you're interested in, I will leave this link below in the description with everything else from the video. All right, guys, and the second story that I have for you guys today comes from Arturia. It looks like Arturia just dropped a brand new plugin today as well. This thing is called Tape J37. Let's take a look at it. And when you take a look at Tape J37, it looks like this. This is a Studer J37 emulation. It's got different controls down here. So you've got control over different colors. So right here, you can put it on pristine. You can put it on the SM911, which is a warmer one. This is grittier. This is an old SM468. This one right here is the dirtiest, and it is an SM468. And then you can also add modern. So whichever one of these that you choose, you can add the modern sound to it. And when you add that on there, it just removes the natural high and low filters on it. You've got drive controls right here. You've got your speed controls right here. So you can go between 7.5 and 15. You've got transport options. So this is for basically startups and shutdowns. This thing's pretty solid. You know what I'm saying? You can use this for drums. You can use this on an overall mix if you wanted to, just to add a little bit of saturation, a little bit of that tape emulation. So this is kind of what this beat sounds like. This isn't how I would use it, but I'm going to put it on there. This is the mix enhancer, just so that you guys can hear what it's going to sound like. And then I'll let you guys kind of hear what it would sound like on drums and some sounds. So I'm just going to push unbypass. When I turn the bypass off, you'll tell because this bypass button will be off. So obviously you can hear it added a bunch of saturation and everything to the beat. Let's mess with some of these knobs, and then like I said, I'll play it on just some instruments for you and some sounds so you can hear what they sound like. So you can hear the difference in all the different tape emulations they have here. And then this is what it's going to sound like when I turn modern on whatever tape emulation they have it on. I feel like with the modern button, it kind of widens out the sound too. You've got some advanced controls over here, as you guys can see, so you can mess with the instability. You can add some noise. So you can get it to be like tape machine. You've got a delay loop over here that you can mess with too as well. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on and mess with it. And you also have an EQ over here too. And I forgot to mention underneath that you also have control over like resonance, some gain, frequencies, and stuff like that. So, and the mode right here. And then I'll mess with this looping right here so you can hear what this sounds like. So you can hear there clear as day, the looping. I'm going to turn this back off for a second. You have this transport down here with your stop, which is pretty cool. You can set that up between different bars. So, you know, you can set it up for a full bar, half bar, whatever it is that you have it on. I had it on 4 bar for that. You can also put it on fast forward so that when you start it up, it sounds like. Now when I start this bad boy back up, So it'll give me the fast forward into it, which is pretty solid. So just like I said a moment ago, I'll let you guys hear what this sounds like just on some drums. So you can put this on just some drums by themselves. And so these drums initially sound like this without this on there. So you hear how it's kind of beefing those drums up. I can push this drive too. So you hear how it's making the drums have more oomph. Don't forget, I have all kinds of different colors in which I can go through. I also have this EQ band up here I can adjust to as well. So let's see, let's go ahead and push play real quick. So you see, I can easily use that to beef up my drums, and I can dirty them up, and I can mess with a whole bunch of stuff with this. With this as well, we'll just put it on the piano real quick to hear what it sounds like. And so this is what that piano sounded like without this J37 on there. Let's go ahead and bypass. All right, and so with this too, we can come back over here. We can add some, you know what I'm saying, some static to this. We can mess with the calibration a little bit. We can mess with the delay loop a little bit on this. Make the feedback just a little bit. So you see how right there we juiced up this, made it sound like it went through some tape. I'll hit bypass and then I'll hit play one more time real quick for you so you guys can check it out. So that sounds pretty solid. I think you could definitely use this for some lo-fi, trap, R&B, pop, really any kind of style to put some flavor on your sound. All right, guys, and up next, I've got the first freebie for you guys today. The first freebie today comes from Native Instruments. It looks like they are giving away one free Leap expansion for the Contact 8 player for free. The Contact 8 player is free, so let's go ahead and kind of check this out. So as we see here, free gift, choose a Leap expansion for Contact 8 player. Leap expansions offer a fresh series of sound packs loaded with construction kits, loops and samples crafted for your favorite genres from 80s new wave and Latin trap to progressive trance and R&B licks. Get one free with this cyber season. Simply create a Native Instruments user account and you'll be sent a voucher code, or check your inbox if you're already signed up. So if you already have a Native Instruments account, you should already have a voucher for this that you can grab. I'll show you guys a few of the Leap packs, but I want to tell you guys about another deal as well. They're also offering these 3-for-1s on their expansion packs. So why this is cool is because they're also giving away a free $25 voucher. So you can take that $25 voucher and you can get half off of an expansion pack and you can get 2 more for free. So basically you can get 3 expansion packs for half off. That's pretty solid. So as we look here, there's all these different expansion packs. I'm clearly not going to go through all of the different expansions for the Play series and all that other stuff, but they do have 3-for-1 on that on top of this free Leap expansion too. So these are different things. But let's go ahead and hop into FL Studio and check out these Leap expansions briefly. I'm not going to go through them all. Like I said, I've already done reviews on a lot of this stuff. I did a full review on the Complete when it came out. The ones that I like though the most is this Hot Vocals. So this one right here. So it's going to come with all kinds of different vocals. It's also going to come with loops. So you'll come over here and you'll see it's got loops too, and then it's going to have one shots too here as well. So you'll see you're going to get all kinds of different tools that you can use with the leap kit that you choose to get for free. I'm going to hit bam on this all right kit, and now I have all these vocal chops I could use. And then you have modifiers and stuff up here you can use. And so there's a bunch of different vocals in here that you can use, or whichever kit it is that you choose to get. So you got this kit too.
Choose up, you've been doing too much. You know you done changed up, you don't do the same stuff, you know.
But again, you can come over here to your loops. You've got loops over here. And then boom, you can chop up these loops and do whatever you want with them.
Choose up, you've been doing. Choose up, you've been doing. You know you done changed up, you don't. Choose up, you've been doing. You know you done changed up, you don't do the. You know you done changed up, you don't.
So you know what I'm saying? This is pretty fire. And then you got the one shots over here that you can use as well. You know what I'm saying? So you got all kinds of different stuff, all kinds of different packs that you can use over here in your little leap. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and take this off for a second. And again, like I said, if we click on this leap, you've got all kinds of stuff from vocals, drum breaks, lo-fi vibes, R&B licks. You've got all kinds of stuff over here. So boom, we loaded that one up. So you see, the more you start adding in there, the more the beat progresses and stuff like that. You can use these as samples to build and all kinds of stuff. Super fire for free. Get your leap kit, get your Contact Player 6 for free. Go get your $25 native instrument voucher. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right, guys, up next, I've got another freebie for you guys today. This one comes from Eventide, and it is called Sheen Machine. Sheen Machine basically adds some sheen on top of your sound. It is one knob. It's really easy to hear it work. I'm just going to push play. I've got a little vocal here playing, but you can use this on your whole beat. You can use this on just instruments if you want to brighten them up, or whatever it is that you want to use it on, a synth, guitar, whatever, to brighten the sound up. So I'm going to push play first. This is just what the vocal vox sounds like in that beat you guys have been hearing. All right, so now I'm just going to turn up Sheen Machine as it's playing, and you're going to hear it bring out the vocal. So you hear how it brings out those extra high-end frequencies in the vocal, and it makes it cut through the mix a little bit more. I can't tell you to always go to 100. What I would typically do with this is that I would put this on a bus. So I would send the vocal to an insert or a bus, and then I would put the Sheen Machine on top of that in the mix. I just didn't do it for this because it's just a simple demonstration. It's not a final mix or nothing like that. All right, guys, the third freebie that I have for you guys today also comes from Eventide. This thing's called Boom. When you open up deboom, it is going to look like this. So this basically takes the boom, the bass out of kicks and stuff like that. So like, let's say you have a kick that sounds like, and you think that kick's a little bit too boomy, you want to take out some of that bass, you can use this and it'll just keep the click in that transient from the click in it for you. So you hear how it took all that low end out? It would make it so that that kick would be able to sit into the mix, or with that 808 a little bit better without clashing frequencies and stuff like that. So here's another kick right here, just so that you can hear what it sounds like. So you hear how that one's boomy too. It's got a lot of low end in it. So this is a good tool that you can use. You can also use it on 808s if you want to as well. I mean, if it's a little bit too boomy or something for you, you can use it on that 808. I don't know if I would necessarily use it on an 808, but you can. This might be good to take out some of the bass though in an 808 that's got a kick on it that you want to get that 808 from though. All right, guys, up next, I've got a pretty solid little multi-effects for you guys. It looks like Serato just dropped a plugin last week, a multi-effects plugin. It's called Hex FX. Let's go ahead and check this thing out. And when you open up Hex FX, it is going to look like this. So like I said, this is a multi-effect plugin where you can move all the modules around however it is that you want to. There's a bunch of different effects up in here, as you see, that you can chain together. So you have different bit crushers, you have different basically tape stops, compression, delay, distortion, filters, lo-fi, modulation, repeaters, reverb, saturation, shapers, time stretch, all that good stuff. So you got a lot of different stuff in here that you can use. I'm going to turn this off for just 1 second. Again, y'all remember what the beat sounded like, but I'm just going to push play and then I'm going to turn this on and you're going to kind of hear what you can get with just, this is the default preset. That's pretty cool. You got a filter down here. You've got width controls, tone controls down here. Obviously, you've got bypass right here, but you've got on and off too as well. So kudos to the plugin for giving us two different ways to put it on bypass. But if you give me an on and off, I don't need a bypass. You don't have to put the extra work in. We should be okay with that, just to let the companies know, because we complain about a lot as reviewers and, you know, consumers and stuff like that. So you can hit this parameters button. And then bam, you can hop underneath the hood and you'll see here you've got different control for all the different parameters. And then you've got this knob right here where you can turn everything up. So let's go ahead and push play real quick. So as you see there, the more you turn that up, the more the sound's going to change. You've got different effects that you can go through. So let's go ahead and mess with one of these repeaters. Let's mess with this DJ loop one. You've got rate and time right here you can mess with too as well. Let's go ahead and push play. All right, so now let's go ahead and change the rate time to maybe a half. So then you got different loopers that you can mess with too. I mean, you can do a bunch of stuff with this right here. This thing's pretty cool. So obviously you've got more effects and stuff that you got here. So different modulations that you can mess with. So, you know, you can throw some flanger on here. got different categories that you can go through for different effects, and then you can come over here too, and then bam, you'll see here you have all of the different presets and all the different stuff that they have here, which is pretty cool. So let's go dirt off your sampler. Looks like DiBiase made some presets for this too, so shout out to DiBiase. I don't know him personally, never had a conversation with him, but I do follow him on the internet a little bit. So this little tool is pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? If you have a multi-effect though, if you have something like Infiltrator or, you know, anything similar to that, you might not need this one. But if you don't have one that has like, you know, 20, 30 multi-effects in there, I would recommend checking this one out. It's pretty dope. All right, guys, up next, I've got another freebie for you guys today. This one comes from Baby Audio. It looks like they are handing out a free module from Transit 2, and it's called Warp. Let's go ahead and check it out. So when you open up Warp, it is going to look like this. This thing basically affects your speed and your stretch. So if I was to push play and then hit speed, it's going to make it go up or down in tonality or frequency. So you see there, it's kind of like a free little halftime, and then you also get the stretch that you can use. So it's a nice little tool that you can use to mess with your warp, your speed, all that other stuff. I'll leave this link below in the description with everything else. All right, guys, and the last story that I have for you guys today comes from KVR and iZotope. It looks like they are giving away Neutron Elements 5 for free until the end of the month. Let's take a look here. So if you're not sure what Neutron is, it is basically an intelligent channel strip, you know what I'm saying? Because you can use all kinds of different effects in one, from EQ to exciters to compression, just to all kinds of different stuff to sculpt your sound. I did a review over the full version of Neutron 5. I can't download Elements because I have the full version, but I'll leave everything linked below. And you know, there's a bunch of content out there on Neutron 5 Elements. But if you have 4 Elements, and you know, might as well get 5 Elements for free right now, because you'll be able to cross grade into the future into other things from iZotope. So I guess that's what I got for you guys in today's newscast. Hopefully I can help you guys out. Bunch of new fire stuff came out. More fire stuff is on the way at the end of the week. Trust me, I know. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell, so every time we bring you guys a new video, you could be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Some, hit the key.